Good morning. It's that time again. It's Monday, December the 21st. I'm super excited to be here with you this morning, and I'm thanking God for allowing us to start off our week right. So, the next 5 days, we're going to do another devotional. Yay. Thank you for going on this journey with me. So, what we're going to do is we're actually going to focus on giving again. So, this week we'll have 5 days of giving, and so that our plan this week is about life giving leader. Okay, so life giving leader. And what does that mean exactly? What does the life giving leader mean? When you think about life giving, when you think about that compound word or that hyphenated word, life giving, that's like, a mother giving life or giving birth to a child, right? You're birthing something inside of someone. You're giving someone some kind of feeling that they feel good about themselves. They can feel encouraged about themselves. They feel it's not about us, it's about giving life to the next person. And so when I think about life giving leader, us being in different positions and just being people in general, if we're all called, we should all be trying to become leaders, whether it's in our household, in your companies, even though you don't have a title, per se, like, oh, I'm not a VP or I'm not a president or I'm not whatever. It doesn't matter. We are leaders. We need to be leaders, and leaders uplift people. Real good leaders, they uplift people and they give people life. They are the ones that make you want to work with them, work for them, follow them, because they give you life. They make you feel like you can go climb Mount Everest and you've never had the desire to climb a mountain in your life. And so this week, I really wanted to, Monday through Friday, I really wanted to focus on how do we all become life giving leaders. That's why I chose this particular devotional. And I want to thank this is a book. Actually, this is a book written by Tyler Reagan, and so this devotional is based off of his book, and given these principles. So we're going to touch base. We're going to touch base on all of this. Of course, it's all biblical, biblically inspired, and so let's just get to it. Okay. So the questions are: do you currently lead your church, your family, your employees, from who you want to be or from who you really are? Okay. Life giving leaders lead from their best selves so that they can bring out the best in others. Okay. Um, and that's good leadership too, right? A person that can bring out the best in another person. That's good leadership also. So life-giving leaders partner with God to breathe life into individuals, into ministries, into corporations, okay? Life-giving leaders recognize that they have great influence on the faith of others. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And today, the first part of the life giving leader is the legacy of leadership. The legacy of leadership. And I don't know about you guys. We growing up, you hear your parents or somebody, "Are you a leader or are you a follower? Are you a leader or are you a follower?" And so I want to lead by following, right? I want to be the best leader by following Christ principles. And so let's talk about that. How do you leave that legacy of leadership? So, life giving leadership can change things. It can change your work environments. It can change your church culture. And it should be the norm. We shouldn't be focused on keeping ourselves the same. We should always be seeking how we can become better, our better best selves, right? The pursuit of life-giving leadership begins and ends with Jesus. Okay, so today we're seeing this crisis of leadership that it's not being addressed until us as Jesus followers will step up and through our leadership bring life to others. So whether you serve as a staff person at a church or at a nonprofit organization, or you work in education, so you're a teacher, or even if you work in a for-profit or a company and you're a manager or some kind of leader in that organization, it is essential that you see the importance in how you lead your people. And the way you lead is a mission critical for great organizations, because as a leader you represent something bigger than yourself. Okay, we're not talking about just managing the task. We're talking about you leading and being and using something that's bigger than yourself. So Jesus gives us the best picture of how leaders should lead. Leadership should focus on bringing life to others. Jesus brought life to people during his time here on earth, and he continues to do so today. So it only makes sense that leading and life giving go hand in hand, right? It's my praying hands, right? Leaders, what if your greatest legacy was the people who found life through your leadership? So as you partner with God to become a life giving leader, you must learn to lead from your truest self. I must learn to lead from my truest self. You can give life to others only when it's flowing from a place of authentic leadership, your authentic self. So if you're trying to lead using somebody else's way, that's not going to come off right. That's not going to come off right. That's people see through that, right? People see through that. So think of a leader. Think of a leader, right? Whose leadership just drained you, just completely was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. I mean, your physical draining, your inner vitality, like you was just drained. Your energy, your time, even your spiritual well-being was affected, right? Is that somebody who you would want to partner with as a leader? Is that somebody who you would want to take anything from or get anything from? So think about how you lead. Let's lead as if people's lives depend on it, because they do. Their lives depend on our life-giving leadership. We want to pour life into other people and build them up, leaving that life-giving legacy. Somebody can go back and say, hey, I spoke to Scott, and I'm gonna tell you, I was just on fire to do something, to serve the kingdom, better myself so I can further the kingdom. There is no greater pursuit for our leadership than to seek first the kingdom and to lead from that posture. And God will serve alongside us, and it will be the most fulfilling adventure of our lives. I know a lot of people, I'm not a people person, I'm not this, I'm not that. People are worth our best. Because if we can't help them change, if we can't lead them to want to change and lead them to Christ and those principles to help them change, what are we really doing? What are we really doing? I know this is deep, right? This is really deep. Why did you get up on Monday morning talking all this deep? Because it matters. It matters. It matters to your children. It matters to their children's children. It matters. So you start in your home so that it can go out. When your kids go out, then they're a reflection of what they learned in your home, right? So if they go out and now they become the next leader wherever they land, and then they do the same thing and do the same thing, that's how we impact our culture well beyond us. Well beyond us. It's not about us. It's about them, the next group. I'm not even calling them the next generation, just the next group. Those next people who want to change and who want to start giving life instead of taking lives. And I don't mean going out there shooting people physically per se, but I do mean taking a life, draining the life out of people. People deserve, and they are worth our best. Are we giving that to them? Do you believe that others' lives depend on good leadership? Tell me why or why not in the comments. Tell me why or why not you believe that others' lives depend on good leadership. Engage with me, right? So put some comments down there and answer those questions. Our scripture for today is Matthew 6:33. So you probably heard that a little bit in the devotion at the end. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. So first, seek his kingdom, give life to his people, leaving that life-giving legacy for the next group, for the next person. Start with the next person. Start with the people in your house, in your own families, in your own homes. And let's be life-giving leaders versus those leaders who suck the life out of others. All right, so that's it for me today for Monday. I will be back with you tomorrow for day 2 of Life Giving Leader. And remember, today is about the legacy of leadership. So with that, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.